Hi, I'm Ed Chiles. I've been in the restaurant business here on Anna Maria Island in Longboat Key for the last 43 years and spent my summers here as a child. We're sitting here today right on the edge of the largest gulf in the world. And that gulf is under tremendous pressure. I think we're all aware of the issues, the things that keep me up at night, and that's water quality issues. They're happening all over our state. They're certainly happening a lot in this area. We have great, unique resources here to be able to deal with some of these water quality issues by using a biological mitigation strategy that's been around for a long time here, and that's the natural resources that we have, and that's seagrass and bivalves, specifically clams in this area, to clean water. Clams are filter feeders. They clean water. And when the water is cleaner, you're going to have more photosynthesis, more light coming down through the water column. And that promotes seagrass. The feces and the pseudofeces from clams fertilizes seagrass. And those are two things that will go a long way towards helping to bolster these three national estuaries, which are really the nurseries, in large part, for the Gulf of Mexico.
Hi, my name is Curt Hemmel. I'm with Bay Shellfish Company here in Terracea, Florida. We're in a beautiful aquatic preserve. We began producing shellfish in 1996 after the net fishing ban. It started off primarily with clams and it's moved into oysters and a multitude of new species. Our entire facility is geared toward commercial production, restoration, and research.
What we feel is that microalgae are the cleaners of the ocean. They're the primary species, they're a key species to absorb, to assimilate soluble nitrogen that we keep putting into the marine environment. So they'll do the work for us. Now what we need to do is we need to make sure that the filter feeders are in the environment to remove the microalgae. And that's what we believe is missing. That's seen in the Gulf of Mexico. We've recently seen it with the decline of oyster populations in the Gulf. But you'll see that it's occurred over the last 50 years throughout the world. And we believe that by putting filter feeders back in the water as a secondary key species to microalgae is the way we attack the nutrient problem.
My name's Curt Hemmel. I'm with Sea and Shoreline. We do seagrass, mangroves, coral, and oysters, and we do it because we believe in it. Seagrasses are incredibly important to the ecosystems. They provide services like water quality, habitat, carbon sequestration, and storm surge and wave energy dissipation. So as a plant is growing, the seagrasses is just like a regular plant, except it grows underwater. It has flowers, it seeds, it grows rhizomally, so it's a little bit different than an algae or a seaweed. And it's incredibly important that those rhizomes, they will hold down sediments to keep them from shifting around. When sediments go into the water column, it reduces light transmittance to the bottom. So the less seagrass is there, the more susceptible and more likely that you'll have a dirty water condition estuary. Those plants, they absorb the nutrients, and by absorbing the nutrients and making plant biomass, it's just like lettuce for manatees or green sea turtles. That's what they eat, and it turns raw nutrients into plant food. The seagrass leaves are incredibly important because they provide safety, a refuge, a nursery for small juvenile fish and crabs and shrimp and clams. That's why a multi-pronged approach is typically the best. Let's use an approach that Mother Nature's given us.
Hi, I'm Barbara Baker, and I've recently become involved in an initiative called All Clams On Deck. All Clams on Deck has applied for a 501c3, and so we're in the process of doing that. And on that website, you will have the ability to be able to send a letter to your congressman or your representative. Also, we will have on there the ability to place your logo so that you will have a presence on our website. We are asking for your support in any way that you might possibly be able to help us. Anything that you think that you can do, that you can afford to do, or that you have the ability to be able to do to help us, really appreciate it.
The Piney Point disaster has spurred us to action. We have to act now to save this precious Gulf of Mexico. We need to promote coastal resilience, and we can do that through bivalve, specifically clam and seagrass restoration in these 3 national estuaries that are on our border. And we've got 1 million acres of shellfish approved waters in this state, and only 1% are leased. The clams live 35 years, producing multiple spawns a year. Their larvae are a feed for the broodfish stocks that we have, and promoting that nursery of the Gulf of Mexico. We need to be growing clams for restoration, and we're working on that effort with our policymakers. And we need to have clams certified for mitigation credits. So those are the 3 efforts that we are working with what we are pursuing. It's all clams on deck, and we need you on deck. Please join us. This effort is important. We owe this to our grandchildren and to their children.